Collective, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna do a read here. We got some entities out there that are sick right now, and their house of flesh is failing them, and they are looking to extend their life. And the way that these ones do this is to steal the flesh suit of somebody else, to unalive them in the most gentle way, and then step into it. So, you know, like a heart attack or one of these things, you know. Anyhow, they're desperate for this. They want to do this. They want to alter their identities, and they really do want a high vibing light source that has territory, land, or money. So I want to see how this is working out for them. How is it going to work out? Because I know that they're targeting someone right now, and as they're doing it they're very desperate because the time is near for the split, and they want to overtake somebody's life who has been accepted into the new higher vibratory and upper level realm, preferably somebody that has a status quo, right? So how's this going to work out for the skin suit jumpers, whatever, the hijackers of life? How is this going to work out for them? Are they going to be successful in stealing the flesh suit of somebody else and changing their identity? How is this going to work out? Are these ones going to be successful stealing the flesh suit and identity and all of the wealth and the belongings of somebody else? How's this going to work out for them? Are they going to be able to be successful in this? Hijackers. So we've got a union here. So there's a community and there's a celebration. Okay, freedom, and marriage. How's this going to work out for the collective, please, Spirit? The collective who's being a target. So these ones are having anxiety. They're really worried about you gaining your freedom and being part of this community. It could be that you're already celebrating in the spiritual realms. Could be that you're already married in the spirit. In the subconscious, please, Spirit, what's going on with these hijackers of flesh suits? This is the way they extend their life. Season to season is they hijack somebody else's by prematurely putting them in another realm. We have Two of Swords in the reverse. So there's confusion and fear. There's indecision. They don't know what to do. Yeah, fear and confusion. They're having some anxiety here over your marriage. They don't know what to freaking do about it. Intentions and expectations. Teamwork. They're working together. They could be afraid of a team that's working with you in the near future, please, Spirit. Ten of Swords ending. Ten of Swords ending. Painful ending. A betrayal, a collapse, a defeat. The lens it's being looked through, please, Spirit. How's this going to work out for the collective? What's going on with the collective? Strength. You're very strong here. In the environment, please, Spirit. Two of Pentacles here. Balanced. Managing multiple priorities. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears, please, Spirit. Yeah. They're in competition for your contract. They call it competition, but all it really is can we successfully unalive somebody? That's it. They're murderous thieves. And the outcome, please, Spirit. We have Seven of Wands. You're maintaining control. You're standing up for yourself. You're very courageous and maintaining control. You're holding your own and you persevere through this challenge. The strength of two together. You will come together, and you're very passionate here with your Ace of Wands. Okay, and you're releasing a magician. You're releasing a magician. This romantic knight in shining armor is going to be experiencing a death. Somebody coming in, trying to tap into you, trying to replace your mate, trying to do something so that they can take over your vessel. See, they want to step in as though they are your spiritual spouse, gain a contract, and then unalive you, and then have their other person walk into your body. I believe this is how they do it. Over and over again. That's the third party thing, you know. So you've got your freedom here. You are spiritually wed, is what it looks like to me. You're already in a union with spirit. Tensions are high. Tensions are high. You're in the midst of a conflict. Calm your storm and listen to what others have to say. Huh. Okay. Well, what do we got here? Conquest. Conquest. Another notch in the headboard. Did somebody sacrifice their wife or husband? They want to. There's a Nine of Swords, despair here. Maybe they've been beat. They've been beat. I don't know. Let's see. What's conquest? I don't have my other phone here. Anyway, somebody's in fear and despair. They're not able to escape. Somebody needs a marriage. It could be you've gained your freedom and you have been reunited. Huh. Well, I don't know. We're going to have to get some more clarification there. Somebody's not able to escape. Somebody's bound to something. Actions speak louder than words. Crushed. Somebody is crushed. They're in confusion and fear. Confusion and fear. They're hurting emotionally. We've got the Moon card in the recent past. What's going on with this Moon card, Spirit? Woo, what's that? Okay. Forgiving. So, yeah. They're in fear. They want forgiveness. There's a team working up there. There's a team in the intentions, expectations. Empty vessel. So they were working with a team and they got an empty cup. They didn't get anything. They didn't get anything. So they're in fear. They want forgiveness. They are working with a team and they got an empty cup here. We've got a painful ending, Ten of Swords, collapse, and defeat. Hard. Things are very difficult. Your strength. You are very strong. They're having difficulty because you're strong. They lost. You're cool under pressure. You're very, very strong, and they lost. You balance yourself. You got multiple priorities here. There could be somebody wanting to negotiate. Needs. They're worried about their needs. They're trying to balance their needs. They're having difficulty balancing their needs. We hope and fear. So we got in fear, we got competition. Somebody's hoping that they can compete for your contract. And you're fierce. You're very, very fierce here. You're being very aggressive. Maybe they want to be aggressive. Or maybe you're being aggressive. You're persevering. You're holding your own. You're like, hey, they probably weren't expecting that. They wanted to fight you for your contract, but you're being fierce. You're protecting yourself. Look. Tangled. Tangled. You stood up for yourself. You're protected. You're defending yourself against this entanglement. Let's see what's going on here. Drowning. Somebody's drowning. They hit a blind spot. They weren't expecting this. They're having anxiety because they've been found guilty of something. They're struggling. They're tired. They don't have any energy. They need to face it. They're a weed seed, and they're looking for an exit plan. And their exit plan is to walk into somebody else's flesh suit and assume the identity. They want somebody's in the collective's flesh suit. So they marry people, and then they unalive them. This is what they do. It's in the central energy. Wealthy man. And that's what they do. They marry somebody who's got land, who's got money, and then they unalive them. They're in fear because what? They can't escape. They can't escape. They're trying to escape. They want to take over somebody's flesh suit. They need to get a marriage, but I don't know. It could be that they're you're in reunion. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get some more. Coffin. Yeah, they can't escape. Look at that. 9 of Swords. They're in a freaking nightmare. They can't escape, and that for the toil and labor that they're doing, they're in a coffin. They can't escape the toil and labor. They're in a coffin. This wealthy man who unalived somebody in a marriage, like he got married and then he unalived them for wealth, to become a wealthy man. Wow. He married somebody and then unalived them so that he could be a married man, or a wealthy man. So he's in a nightmare because he can't escape the coffin that his toil and labor is bringing him. We've got 2 of Swords in the reverse. There's no right choice. They're feeling crushed about this. They don't know what to do. House. They're hurting. Like they need a house. They need a new house, which is a flesh suit. They need to change bodies. This is an Agent Smith, but rather than actually, kind of hopping in and hopping out, they actually want to hop in and stay there. There's fear here. The Moon, they want forgiveness. I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, bullshit. You certainly did. Occupation. They worked real hard at it. They worked real hard at it. They worked real hard at it. And they still have an empty cup. Real hard at it. Marriage. They didn't get a marriage. They're not getting a marriage. They got an empty cup and they didn't get the marriage. Because why? Because there is a marriage here that they just another notch on the headboard to be a wealthy man. They're not getting another marriage. They're having a painful endings. Things are very difficult for them right now. Oh, yeah. So it's a mature man. So yeah, they were trying to marry somebody so that they could unalive them and then have their wife or whatever that's in a different suit take over the new wife's body. You're very strong here, and because you are, they lost, or they're going to. How is it working out? What have got? Yeah, they're in poverty. They're in freaking poverty because you're too strong, and you're not giving up your damn life. You're not giving up your life. They think they can just come in and take over your life by unaliving you and putting you back into a birth cycle, turning you into a baby in a womb again that may or may not ever be born, according to their bullshit scheme. So you got the Two of Pentacles here. Weighing options, needs, sudden wealth. They need sudden wealth. They want to take your wealth. They need wealth. Their needs aren't being met. They need your wealth. They're fighting you for your wealth, for your contract. But you're being fierce here. You're acting aggressive. It's like you're protecting yourself. High honor. They could be coming after you very aggressively. They want your high honor status. You're protecting yourself. You're here. You're maintaining your control. And these ones are unable to free themselves from a sticky situation. Look, they're not innocent. They're not innocent. So you are sticking up for yourself. You're maintaining control regarding this person who's not innocent, and they're tangled. So, they're unable to untangle themselves from this sticky web because you are maintaining control of yourself. They can't steal your innocence. They're not innocent. This is a mature woman. Look, it's a mature woman, mature man getting a message of concern. There's an official person in the courthouse delivering a message. They got the message. There's a community of thieves doing things in a family room, or maybe they're part of the family, and they're all expecting to go on a journey. They're in despair. Yeah, they're going to be losing their bodies. There's a change being made. The false people are in bad health. They're inconcerned about this privileged lady, and they can't stop thinking about her because the main female is in a union. She's already with somebody. Unexpected income. They're being imprisoned, they're being imprisoned because they tried to steal the pathway of the main male and the main female. These people are on the distant horizons. They're going to have money, so that's what they wanted. Yeah, they're under adjudication. They're in court right now. These two are in court. They have the gift is theirs, and they're in court right now. These people are trying to steal the flesh suits, and this is not okay. This is not okay. This is not the first time they've done that. They change identities. I think sometimes these false people, they're not human. I think sometimes these false people actually have children just so that they have a new flesh suit to jump into when their life starts to expire. It's really disgusting. So you got somebody here who got married, and then they sacrificed their partner so that they could be a wealthy man. Yeah. Mimicking. They're mimicking somebody. They're pretending. They're mimicking a wealthy man. They stole somebody's life, and then they took over their identity. They're in a nightmare because they can't escape the toil and labor that they did unaliving people, or they're just going to be unalived. Like, they're looking at a coffin right now for the commitment to empty nesters, right? This is an empty nester, and they were committed to what? To unaliving babies. Babies? They can't escape it. So there's the Two of Swords in the reverse. Ooh, they're feeling crushed. They're hurting emotionally right now. Something about a house and a community. They're out here trying to give people heart attacks. Spiritual heart attacks. They don't want to do too much damage to the flesh suit because they want to inhabit it. So they're in fear now. They want to be forgiven. There's warning, warning, warning. You know, they were warned not to do this work, but there they are doing it, and their cup is empty. They don't get the marriage. Luck. Luck. Painful ending. Things are very difficult now for a mature man. There's no communication. He's not able to communicate. He might have lost his voice. Somebody may have taken his voice. It's a painful ending. This dude is in pain right now. You're very strong and they lost, and now they're in poverty. They're in poverty because you've got your freedom here. You're so strong. They've lost you. They're in poverty because you're free. They can't trap you. So in the environment, we've got time management. They want to negotiate. They have needs that need to be met, and you've got sudden wealth, or maybe they've got a sudden wealth of needs. Like maybe their wealth is never-ending need now. Observation. They're being watched. Sudden wealth, observation. They're watching you. They're trying to spy on you. Conflict here. They want to come in for a contract, but you're being fierce. You're protecting yourself. You're a person of high honor. Bond. And so you're heartbound. You're heartbound with somebody. High honor. You're very fierce. You're protecting yourself. You're like, get out. You better just get right out of this house, Jack. So you're protecting yourself, you're persevering, you're maintaining control. These people could not tangle you up. They're not innocent. So you persevered, you stood up for yourself, you maintained control. These ones they're unable to free themselves because they're not innocent. They're not innocent. So you stood up for yourself, you maintained control. These ones cannot free themselves because they're not innocent. Distracted. They're trying to distract somebody. They are distracted. Displacement. They're being evicted. They're being evicted. They're resistant to growth. So now they got to go, you survived and now they're exposed. You survived and now they're exposed. So, they're in fear over your abundance or stealing your abundance. Yeah, they were playing around and now they're receiving wrath. They thought it was fun and now they're getting wrath because they scavenged your territory and your sacred space. They were scavengers in your territory and in your sacred space. They're in upheaval and they're at risk because there's insight here as to what they were doing from a distance, and they're anticipating. Nobody wants to hear what they have to say. Their new direction, or maybe you're going in a new direction, they're being isolated. They're being isolated from your path. They got to go away. They were fighting you for your gifts, but you're waterproof. Anything they do on a routine, over and back, it's waterproof. It's not going to stick to you. They were doing mirror magic, trying to cause illusions and mischief for you, but you are protected. You are an anomaly, and you are protected here. They're in grief. They're in grief. Of course, they want to gobble up your body. They want to, they want your stuff. But instead, they're being released because they're tricksters. Jackwagons, a bunch of jackwagons being released because they're a bunch of tricksters trying to steal your life, your freaking flesh suit, and your life. Yeah, this has got to come to an end, man. This has to stop. This mimicry, this stealing of people's lives. Yeah, we got prison. This person's going to prison, or these people. They got married, and then it was just another notch in the house board, and they did that so that they could mimic a wealthy man. They were using marriages and then unaliving their spouse. Pleasure seeker. They're upset in a nightmare. They can't escape the toil and labor that they did of death. They were committed to what? An empty nest. They did not want any children to be born. These are very bad people. Gift. They wanted the wealth, and they unalived people for it. Children. So, Two of Swords reversed. There's delays here. They're feeling crushed over the house within this community, or the house of this community. They're hurting about the house and this community. Death. It's over. The community, I don't know. There could be a whole community of houses that will be experiencing death. They call the flesh suit a house. That's what they call it. These ones. They're not human. They're I don't know what they are, but they're not human. If they are, they're not organic. They're not original. They're in fear here. They want forgiveness for the work that they did. They were warned. They were warned, man, and they did it anyway, and now they want forgiveness. House, again. House. They were warned not to do this. They're working together. They have an empty cup. They were not able to get a marriage because of your luck and faithfulness. So your luck and your faithfulness is here. You've got very good, faithful friends that are protecting you here. You're not getting involved with that. There's a painful ending for this mature man. They're not unable to communicate with you. Things are very difficult for them right now because they're a liar. They're a liar. You're strong, so they've lost. They're in poverty because you've got your freedom. They couldn't put you in prison. You are free. You are free. They're trying to negotiate. Their needs are not being met. There's sudden wealth here. They're observing you sigh. They're sad about it. They're watching you. Their needs aren't being met. You've got sudden wealth. They're watching you. They're in sorrow over it. They want to come up and fight for it. They want to get a contract here. But you've got a high honor heart bond. You're being very fierce about it. They want it. We got service in the reverse. They're not going to get any of your services. It's like you're getting cut out. You maintained your life. You maintained control of your life. And these ones are all tangled up, unable to free themselves. They're not innocent. They're being distracted. They're wanting to cause a distraction. Constantly causing distractions and stealing other people's stuff, their food, their finances, their body, their life, their identity. They're out here wanting to do it right now. They're out here doing it right now, trying. They're suffering a misfortune, These scholar is real haughty. They thought they're real prideful and they're having a misfortune. a soldier is having a surprise. You know, they wanted money. They wanted money. They spied on people's in the room, which is your mind. And they're in sorrow over this reunion. So you are together here, and you're friends. You're friends with each other. It's a fortune. Maybe you have a fortune of friends now. And this thief is in despair. This thief is in despair. Okay, so that's good news. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's good news. The thief is in despair. They're not able to take your temple. They're not able to get your flesh suit. They're not able to end your life prematurely. They themselves are going to be experiencing death. The community is here. The community is here. Or maybe there's a whole community that's going to be losing their houses. Like everybody that was in on this. Everybody that used this as a way of sustaining themselves. So they get married and then they unalive their spouse so that they can pretend, you know, get somebody else in that flesh suit and then pretend that they're a wealthy man or a woman. They're a bunch of pleasure seekers and they're not getting any aid. Like there's no mercy being shown to these people. Nope, no mercy. 9 of Swords. They're in a nightmare. They can't escape the toil and labor they did, unaliving people. They made a commitment to empty nesters to get gifts, to get gain. They agreed to murder for profit. That was their thing. And now, we got natural disasters. Now they're getting a gift of natural disasters. They're trying to survive out here. Their temples are weak. Their temples are sick. There's death here. And it could be for a whole community of houses. They stole. They're not even their bodies. They belong to somebody else. So they're losing them. These are imposters, man. The people in those flesh suits don't belong in those flesh suits. They stole other people's lives. So we got the men here. They're in fear. They want forgiveness. There's a whole network of people that were working against you. They were all working against you. They were warned. They were warned. They came for your house, your flesh suit, but they were not able to get a marriage contract or any kind of other contract. So they're working here. They got an empty cup. They weren't able to get the contract. You've got faithfulness and luck here. So you could have a very good friend who is, and triumph. You triumph. They did not get the marriage. You're faithful. You got luck and you got triumph. This is a painful ending for them. Things are going to be very difficult. They cannot communicate with you anymore, or maybe they've just lost their opportunity to speak lies. It's a mature man. A mature man, yeah. So he's obedient to his coach, or he is a coach who thought he had a great idea. He thought, oh yeah, I'm just going to go lie. I'm going to go take over this personality. Oh yeah, I want that flesh suit. I want that house. I want that house. No. Absolutely the F not. Get out. So you're strong here and they lost. Or maybe they've lost their strength. Maybe they've lost their strength. They're in poverty because you've got your freedom. They could not imprison you. They were tempted. They took a bribe. They could not take your freedom. They could not imprison you. They seeking freedom. They're hoping you'll take a bribe. They're trying to get a contract here. Their needs are not being met, but you have sudden wealth and they're observing you. They're all in melancholy, looking at your life of indulgence here. They're so upset you're going to have a life of luxury. You're going to get what's coming to you. You're high honor and you have this beautiful heart bond already and you're fiercely protecting it. You're not going to give them any services. None, not any at all. Death. Their opportunity to receive services from you is over. They will not be getting it. They want to bring you a death. But you're standing up for yourself and you're maintaining control, and they are tangled up because they're not innocent. Justice is being served. Justice is being served. These guys are real jackwagons, man. They're all up in their head in a daydream, wanting to be you, wanting to take over your identity. They wanted to walk into your flesh suit, and they want to walk into the flesh suit of your spiritual spouse. They want to find both of your 3D bodies, and they want to attack them and get in them before they actually transition out of here. So this is what they're doing right now. They're very, very stubborn. They're very, very stubborn and arrogant, but good news, you persevere through this challenge. There is religious crap that they're doing this through. You've got alliances here, and it's live and learn, right? You're having sweet dreams. You're having sweet dreams. These people are sick and homeless. They're being cast away for all the curses that they've put on you and put on others. They're furious because they've been stopped and they cannot spy on you. So they're really mad. Because look at this. You've got a new family tree and your vitality. And this third wheel enemy, man, there's evidence of them trying to bind you to this magic. There's an investigation going on, and they're bound to those commitments. It's like these ones are, they have a memory of bringing conflict to your marriage. They were fighting you, trying to keep you apart. These people are, look, they're prideful people are in a freaking nightmare now. Because you are high value and you are on the top of that mountain there. They're going through withdrawals. They're being rejected by eternal love. This is the conclusion. They have fallen into their own trap. And now they get to go be lonely and be dominated. Because you have earned a lot of merit. You're a good moral human and you're okay. You're okay. You've got a vow here from Spirit. Yeah, so you've got, these ones are going to be kicked out of your energy, and that doesn't mean they're not trying. They're facing death here, and they want to hop into a new flesh suit, mainly yours and your kingdom spouse, because you people are very important in this new cycle, and they want to come in, take over your flesh suit, and then they want to mislead the community again into this path of whoring and thievery and just bad, vicious attitudes, cruelty, destruction. May it come to an end. May it come to an end quickly. And may they never, ever, ever steal another flesh suit. See you on the next one.